The Family Business Roundtable, 8 years and running. So many valuable hacks and learnings to share. Today we want to talk a little bit about, something we've seen in family business governance. And that is, how do you bring in the next generation successfully to a business? Do you remember that hack that we had?
Yeah. I mean, it can be a challenge. I mean, I think there's a lot of pressure on the next generation when, for example, your father started the business and you're the son. Your employees look at the son like, wow, of course he's going to come in. But it's important that this person get training, that they're qualified for the position that you're bringing them in for.
Yeah, so one of the governance rules we talked about was, number one, understanding the interests of the next generation and what the strengths are of that next generation. And one of the things you can do is use an assessment like a DISC assessment to learn more about that. The second thing is to be able to have them or encourage them to go to school, to get an education in this area of interest. That's not only their strength, but also an area that the company needs them to do well in. And the third thing that we learned from some of our studies of good governance for the next gen is asking them to actually work outside of the company for a number of years to get that experience, to bring this new information and expertise into the company to strengthen it for the next gen.
Yeah, and remember that we're all individuals, and it sometimes I feel like family business is a lot of pressure to bring in, say, for example, my son. He's going to be the next CEO. Well, we all have our strengths, we have our weaknesses, so not putting the square peg in a round hole. Don't force the issue. There's other ways of getting around it. Maybe there's training, like you said. I think doing the assessments, like you said, and things like that can get you, or at least close the gap.
It can. And then finally, if the next gen doesn't have the strength or the interest in areas that you need it, you can actually bring in management from the outside to successfully help you run your family business.
That's right.
And that is one of our hacks.